the CTV Beam Game of the Week. It's the Chattahoochee Valley Pirates versus Alabama Southern Eagles. Hello everybody, I'm Victor Feliciano, alongside David Wright behind the cameras giving you the visuals, and Chad Dixon of the Citizen of East Alabama. We're going to give you the action of this conference game of the ACCC. And so it's the CVCC Pirates. Last time we showed them, they had swept Enterprise State, and since then they had split a series with Wallace-Selma, and now they're going to be facing Alabama Southern. They come in with a record of 6-2 in the region. Alabama Southern 5-3. And Chad, share with us some of the progress that the Pirates have since the last time we broadcast them.
Well, right now, ERA-wise, the Pirates have the number 2 and 3 best ERAs in the ACCC. Jalen Smith still 8th in the conference in batting average, 8th in the conference in OPS, so he'll be interesting to watch today. I know that CV is kind of high on walks right now. They're second in the conference in walks allowed. That's something Coach Adam Thomas would like to see his rotation get a little bit under control, which should be interesting. You got 1 game separation between these two teams right now. CV tied for second in the conference, or in the South, and Alabama Southern in 4th at 5-3.
And the Pirates will bring to the mound Casey Cobb, who is one of the leaders in strikeouts, so we should see plenty of Ks today. And sit back and enjoy this matchup. All right, we go to the top of the first inning with Dylan Crutcher, Cooper Flanagan, and Landon Powell for the Alabama Southern Eagles. And Casey Cobb is on the mound. Swing and miss. We're underway.
Cobb comes into today's game as the Pirates ace. He's 5-3 on the season. He's 5 wins.
And that's just outside, 1-1.
His 5 wins leads the ACCC right now. He also has a 1.16 ERA, which is second in the conference.
The 1-1 is fouled back our way. It's 1-2.
He's got 45 strikeouts on the season, which ranks 4th in the conference as well. So he's been the legit ace for CVCC so far.
1-2, high, and count evens 2-2.
CV split actually a 4-game set with Wallace-Selma, as you mentioned earlier in the pregame.
Swing and a miss, and Cobb strikeout number 1 for the game, 46 for the season.
But they split the 4-game set with Wallace-Selma, currently 6-2, tied with the LBW for the 2nd place spot in the south portion of the conference.
And first pitch to Cooper Flanagan. That's a ball.
Alabama Southern comes in with a 14-15 record overall. They're 5-3 in the conference.
And 2-0.
It was high 70s, early 80s last time we were with you. So breezy 63 right now.
And all the flags are waving. And 3-0 from Cobb. And on 4 pitches, he walks Flanagan. That'll bring up Landon Powell,
Number 15, Powell.
the first baseman.
This is the first game of a doubleheader today. They will travel to Birmingham on Saturday where they'll finish up this series.
And Powell awaits his first pitch and is fouled to the left side and over the CVCC bullpen and made its way to the softball field.
Both teams trail Faulkner State. They're 4-0 in the conference right now. Neither team has played Faulkner State. I believe CVCC actually closes the season with Faulkner State.
There's a pop-up, short left.
Jason
Shortstop.
Cook with the grab. And there's 1 down, or 2 down.
Zach Presnall will come up to the plate, catcher. Presnall comes in with a .248 average. 13 RBIs. Throw to first. Cubs keeping an eye on Cooper Flanagan, who is on first on the walk. And there's a grounder to short over to second. Ends the inning. Alabama Southern got on the walk, but we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. CVCC. CTV Beam Game of the Week. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and leading off for CVCC is Isaac Phillips, followed by Kurt Anowski and Brandon Hill.
Phillips enters today with a .283 batting average.
His first pitch is a ball.
He's actually tied in RBIs for the team with 26, which you don't typically see from a leadoff hitter, but kind of shows the production at the bottom of the lineup in front of him.
It's signal bunt and backs away, and it's in for a strike. Count evens 1-1.
Phillips is second on the team with 14 walks on the season so far, one behind Carson Hughes.
The 1-1. And counts 2-1. Tyler Harris on the mound, getting ready to deliver the 2-1 pitch. Count evens 2-2 as ball finds its way inside.
Phillips has been really good about working counts all season long so far for Coach Thomas's Pirates. 2-2 count here.
And there's a grounder to short, and it's going to be just enough for him to get on base as the shortstop, Holland, wasn't able to scoop it up in time. But he kept it from going to the outfield regardless. CVCC is on the base to lead off, and that'll bring up Ornowski, the DH.
Ornowski is a sophomore outfielder for the Pirates.
Throw to first. Got in plenty of time. Phillips made it on the base.
Ornowski enters today with a .341 batting average, fourth on the team.
And he waits his first pitch. He's outside.
He scored 14 runs in 14 games played so far.
The 1-0. Instead, throw to first and harmless.
The Pirates are actually first in the ACCC with 71 stolen bases. Phillips has 8 of them.
The throw to first.
Could really see a potential hit and run here with Ornowski's propensity to put the ball in play and Phillips' speed.
Now the 1-0. It's outside again. It's 2-0, so Tyler Harris is keeping mind on the first base and missing the plate on 2 pitches. 2-0. And it's a strike. As we have a deliberate caller behind the plate. Times we're going to have to wait and see what the official call is going to be. And throw to first. If he's doing anything, is tallying up a laundry bill for Phillips over at first. A 2-1.
The question
3-1.
posed me earlier in the week if the 2-2 split would hurt CV in the conference, but honestly, I don't really see a situation where anybody's running the table. Pirates still have everything in front of them. We're still early in the conference play.
And this pop up over to CV's dugout and out of play. You're talking about the speed and 8 stolen bases. One of the leading base thieves is Kirkland, and he's not on today's lineup. So,
first game of the series, you would think Coach Thomas was pretty confident with his ace on the mound.
And it's a little closer that time, but
Trey Kirkland may see some time in game 2.
full count. No outs to Ornowski. And he pops it up to short. The shortstop's underneath it, grabs it for the first out. So Holland redeems himself with picking up that routine pop-up. And that's going to bring up Brandon Hill, the center fielder. Once again, Isaac Phillips at first.
Brandon Hill had a big RBI double a couple days ago to put the Pirates ahead.
And his first pitch is going to be a base hit to the right. And runners will be at first and second. Nice solid base hit by Brandon Hill. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, John Foster, the catcher.
The catcher, number 35, John Foster.
Foster is tied with Phillips with RBIs, with 26 RBIs on the season. Tied for 7th in the conference. Freshman catcher.
So we have Pirates on first and second, knocking on the door.
Uncharacteristic of the Pirates in the first game against Selma, they committed 5 errors in 2 innings.
And their first pitch is outside for a ball.
As Selma actually defeated the Pirates 3-0 in the first game of that series.
In the game we showed you a couple weeks ago, CV would get on base, but they would leave them stranded. Let's see if they can clean that up today. There's a pop-up over our heads, and it's going to be out of play. As we've got several folks scattering, avoiding that. 1-1 to Foster. There's a pop-up again. It's in play, and the catcher is going to call it off. And that is 2 outs. That's a huge out for Alabama Southern. With that short pop-up, and catch is made by Presnall. That'll bring up A.J. Willoughby. Let's see if he can knock one here at least. Let's pop over our heads, safely out of play. 2 outs, runners at first and second. The 0-1 delivered by Harris. And there's grounder to second over to first. And the Eagles get out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base after 1. No score. CTV Beam Game of the Week.
Glenn Smith is getting a jump on 2017. Our New Year's savings starts now.
Get a great Buick deal from Glenn Smith in Opelika. There's big savings on a big selection of 2017 LaCrosse, the full-size Buick luxury sedan. The all-new luxury SUV is here. The 2017 Buick Envision with savings of $5,000. And the 2017 Buick Enclave, a mid-size luxury SUV with savings of over $7,600.
Online 24/7 at GlennSmithChevy.com. Get ready to smile.
We go to the top of the second inning on a scheduled 7-inning first game of a doubleheader. And coming up to the plate is Tyler Reed, the right fielder, followed by Jesse Joyce and Will Brassell.
Tyler Reed, 15 RBIs on the season, only hitting .233. 14 runs scored, 3 stolen bases.
The 0-1 delivered by Cobb. The 0-2 He's just outside. It's 1-2.
He can touch up his fastball to about 95, 96 with the mid-80s changeup.
Tyler Reed awaits the 1-2. And he watches it like the rest of us for the first out. That's strikeout number 2 for Cobb. And coming up is Jesse Joyce.
Number 22, Joyce.
That was a smoker, and he just barely got some contact on that. That's in there. Cobb's up 0-2.
Alabama Southern split a doubleheader with Enterprise State on March 18th. They're coming off a pair of wins over the Spring Hill College JV squad.
The 0-2, the grounder to short. Long throw over to first in time. 2 outs. Nice play.
Jason Cook putting on a show at short so far. Third ball hit to him.
That's 2 away. And Will Brazel will come up. Getting his first cracks. Cobb delivers right down the gut. 0-1.
Cobb noted for his strikeouts, of course, 4th in the conference, but he's an effective ground ball pitcher. Keeps the ball down.
A swing and a miss.
At times, pinpoint accuracy with his fastball. And he wasn't the clear number 1 coming into the season, but he's established that for sure so far.
Brazel gets it up in the chin, up in the eyes, and it's 1-2. He's almost going for it. Brazel.
Didn't miss by much.
Yeah, you got a little showtime from behind the plate. Everybody watching, see what signal is going to be, and get a little bit of that throughout the game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. The ball's loose. Let's see if we can get him.
The runner advances. No, he doesn't.
And so Cobb strikes out 2. End the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. CTV. Beam. Game of the week.
We love the outdoors, and you enjoy more when you can see clearly. We trust the doctors at Direct Optical Center to make sure we see clearly.
It's probably more important to me, though, that I look good wearing the frames. But Direct Optical has us both covered.
She has a pair of glasses for every outfit.
It's true, but they have great prices and all the name brands that I love.
Whether you have insurance or not, they have an affordable plan for you and your family. Direct Optical Center. Don't just see, be seen.
Ooh, I didn't see those.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score, and Jalen Smith be up at the plate. Get his first chance at swinging the bat.
Jalen Smith, former ACCC Player of the Week. Comes in batting .420 with a .472 on base. Ranking
He's
8th.
ahead, 2-0.
He ranks 8th in the ACC in both those statistical categories.
He'll be followed by Carson Hughes and John Devine.
He's also got 7 doubles on the season.
There's a pop-up foul over the bullpen on the CV side. And Smith awaits the 2-1, fouls it. The 2-2. Count's full, 3-2. Battle between Tyler Harris on the mound and Jalen Smith, 3-2. It's a pop up to center. And the catch is made by Crutcher for 1 away.
First baseman, number 10, Carson.
That'll bring up Carson Hughes.
The bullpen as quickly as possible.
There's foul over backstop, out of play. The 0-1. Count evens 1-1.
Seems like there is a a slight pause there by the Eagles pitcher. Not sure if that's throwing any of the CVCC hitters off or.
The 1-1s pop up to short. And under it is Holland. And had a little rodeo catch, but
Number 28.
it's 2 down. And that'll bring up John Devine. He awaits his first pitch of the game. It's in there for a strike.
One of the big reasons why the CB squad comes in with a 411 team on base percentage.
The 0-1. Count evens 1-1.
Coach Thomas has the field they can scratch a couple runs over here with Casey Cobb on the mound. They would be in pretty good shape. Hit the ball pretty hard in the first inning.
And there's a liner to the right, and it'll find grass. And Devine will get on board with the base hit. Jason Cook comes up to the plate
Number 24. Chase.
with 2 outs.
If he's able to reach.
And she's thinking those bunts, surprises the defense to see if he can run it out.
And he
And
does.
He was first signaled out, and then he went safe. So he did run it out.
From this point
Great
of view,
play
he
for
looks
Cook.
safe.
I was just saying that the umpire had signaled out, and then he went safe. So now that's what the Eagles coach manager is wanting to clarify. That there was a signal out first, and then
Looks like he will remain
corrected
safe.
it. Yep. Cute.
Bring
Big
up
thing
the-
is just to get it right.
We talked earlier about Phillips' 26 RBIs in the season, and a lot of that's got to do with the production in front of him. And he comes up with an RBI spot here with 2-1 and 2 out.
He did get a base hit. His first at bat in the first inning.
A line shot to the right center. His first AB. Trying
Pitches
to add to his
outside.
RBI total here and give the Pirates the lead early in the bottom of the second.
And with 2 outs, let's hope that they don't leave the 2 stranded.
Well, when you have a team on base percentage of plus 400, you're going to leave runners on. There's going to be times you don't cash in totally.
And that's in for a strike, curveball. Counts even 1-1. Runners at first and second. And with Devine at second, Cook at first.
Phillips worked a full count his first at bat.
There's a pop-up over our heads and out of play. Phillips awaits. The 1-2 is foul-tipped, and catcher couldn't hang on to it, so Phillips stays alive. Phillips awaits the 1-2. And count evens 2-2.
Kind of go back to the plate discipline for the Pirates. They lead the conference with 128 walks. On base percentage baseball.
The 2-2. Counts full. So Phillips has worked his way.
To a second full count. I think he's seen about 13 or 14 pitches.
Presnall is giving instructions to the infield as to what to do on a ground ball.
They've got to play at any bag.
Full count to Phillips. And then he
Takes a
draws a
walk.
walk. Bases loaded. That'll bring up Ornowski.
Number 27. Kurt Ornowski.
So we have the bases loaded with Devine at third, Jason Cook at second, and Phillips at first. And we'll have a visit by the manager. All right, after the visit by the Eagles manager,
Bases jam situation here. Kurt Ornowski with a chance to drive in some runs and break the seal in this scoreless game.
that's in for a strike.
Really good pitch. Catching the inside corner.
We got a pretty good crowd here today. From the Enterprise game we Had a few folks here, but it looks like a good turnout here, and supporters from both sides are showing up for this doubleheader. There's a pop foul over to CVCC's dugout. Counts 1-2.
Werneski's in a situation now where he's really got to defend the plate, but probably not going to get a ton to hit with this pitch.
The 1-2. Count evens 2-2. There's a grounder foul.
Protected the plate there.
Count remains 2-2.
If anything else, Pipes are really making the pitcher work here. Probably got the pitch count up, I'd say somewhere around 40 plus over 2 innings.
And that's what the Pirates feast on, is on the bullpens of the opponents. And the pop up on the third base side, and cannot get it. He called it off and looked like he was under it, and it got away from him. The 2-2 to Ornowski. Swing and a miss. That was a big strikeout by Harris to leave runners, the bases full. And we finished 2 innings and no score. CTV Beam Game of the Week. All right, we go to the top of the third inning. Jake Evans, the DH, at the plate for Alabama Southern. In a scoreless ball game, top of the third of a scheduled 7-inning first game of a doubleheader. The 1-0 is fouled away. Count evens 1-1. First game of a doubleheader as the teams in the ACCC have a doubleheader mostly on Thursday, and then at one location, and then they'll do a home and home and go into the opponent's field on Saturday and play a doubleheader there, or they would split it with Friday and Saturday. But right now, looking at the schedule with the CV, with the Pirates, they're doing doubleheaders on Thursdays and Saturdays.
Evans, a catcher and first baseman for the Eagles, comes in today with a .298 batting average.
That was just inside.
He's got 1 home run, 7 RBIs on the season.
So Casey Cobb is working his third inning and is seeking to record his 4th strikeout here.
Allowed 1 base runner so far. A walk early in the first.
And fouled away. Evans stays alive. Count remains 2-2. Evans swings and a miss, and that's strikeout number 4 for Cobb for 1 out. And that'll bring up Rhett Holland as Alabama Southern be at the bottom of their lineup.
Strikeout 49 for Cobb on the season. Entered the game 4th in the conference with 45. Only pitcher in the ACCC with 5 wins so far. Looking for a 6th.
First pitch is high. Holland looked like he was motioning some bunt.
See Jason Cook guarding for the bunt at third base. He was ahead on that early. Cook medium depth at short.
The 1-0 from Cobb. And it's low and inside. 2-0. 2-0. And that's right in there for a strike.
2-1 count on the Eagles' 9-hole hitter here. And he stretches it to 3-1.
Hadn't really seen Cobb behind.
I guess this might be the only batter he's been behind so far in the early going. First time through the order. Hasn't walked a ton this year.
The 3-1. He says not yet, because count's full. He might just want to see how he swings it.
I'd probably
pop it right on in there.
I'd probably look for a fastball in the inside corner.
Just take it right down there. There's a grounder to third.
Cook's got it.
Scoop up. Nice play by Jalen Smith. And they go to the top of the order. Dylan Crutcher, center fielder, struck out in the first inning. Foul away. The 0-1. Another shot, but this time it's going to find its way to the outfield. And rounding first, heading back to first, is Crutcher. So Crutcher keeps the inning alive with a screamer down the third base. And that'll bring up Cooper Flanagan. We have 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss by Flanagan. And the throw to second. Did they get him? They got him. Nice play by John Foster to gun Crutcher at second in the inning. Alabama Southern got their first base hit, but caught him stealing. And we go to the bottom of the third. No score. CTV Beam Game of the Week. Okay, we go to the bottom of the third inning. And Brandon Hill at the plate. Fouls over our head, out of play.
3, 4, and 5 for the Pirates this inning.
Brandon Hill, John Foster, and A.J. Willoughby.
Pirates have out-hit the Eagles 4-1 so far. CV has left 5 runners on base.
The 0-1. Outside, count evens 1-1.
And I don't believe there's been a quick out so far through this Pirates batting order. They really made the pitcher work so far.
The 1-1. That's a floater. It got in there.
Nice change.
It's 1-2.
So he's gone to the changeup. I think that's the first time mid through the count he's actually gone to the changeup. He started late in the count a couple times.
And count evens 2-2.
Got himself down even. Brandon Hill, John Foster, A.J. Willoughby in this inning for the Pirates.
And Hill awaits the 2-2. And counts full 3-2.
Hill singled in the first inning. One of 2 CBCC base hits that inning.
The 3-2. Pop up and out of play, and the count remains 3-2. Hill awaits the full count. Pop up to right center, and the right fielder is under it. Catch is made. Tyler Reed with the put out, and we're 1 down, and John Foster comes up.
John Foster fouled out to the catcher. Last at bat.
One of the things you don't see CV doing is striking out, so they really work the pitcher. They don't chase bad balls and just wait their pitch. And
they're not really too aggressive on first pitch either.
As you see there, ball's right down the middle and strike. Now I'm sure that's what the opponent's already aware of, and so they just deliver that first pitch.
Another long pause.
The 0-1. Count evens 1-1.
Off the plate. Plate discipline, something Coach Adam Thomas preaches to his team. One of the reasons why they are the 3-time reigning ACCC champions.
1-1. And it's 2-1.
He's got a really nice changeup. He hasn't thrown it that much, but when he has thrown it, it has been effective.
Foster waits the 2-1 pop up over our heads. And counts now 2-2. 2-2. And counts full.
As the second baseman is about 3 feet away from the bag.
He's back-to-back going to full counts. That's Tyler Harris at the mound in his third inning of work. We'll see how long he's going to be able to sustain that. There's a swing and a miss. The changeup got Foster swinging for 2 outs.
It's his second strikeout. Got Ornowski in the second.
Second baseman number 14, A.J. Willoughby.
But if you go first 3 innings, 7 or 8 at batters into full count situations, it's going to be really difficult to stretch this out to 7.
And A.J. Willoughby at the plate, and he grounded to a 4-3 to end the inning in the first. He's up at the plate with 2 outs. Scoreboard's not correct. We got a foul. 1-1. There's a pop-up to the right. It's going to be actually towards the first base. So just barely over his head, and it was a tough. You could tell it was already going to be tough. It was kind of bending the first baseman left and right. So the wind's not helping things.
Willoughby down 1-2. Pirates have scored the second most runs in the conference with 206.
It's a pop-up this time in infield. First baseman calling it off. Catch is made as Landon Powell makes the put out, and we end of 3. We're scoreless. CTV Beam Game of the Week.
Need tires? You got car trouble? We can help with all your car repairs. For the best price and service in town, call Garver's Tire and Auto. We have used tires, mounted and balanced, starting at $35. We do oil changes, computer diagnostic testing, engine and transmission repairs. We do it all at a low price. Garver's Tire and Auto, now with 2 locations to serve you, Phoenix City and Columbus. Garver's Tire and Auto, family owned and operated. Give our family a chance to help your family with all your auto repair.
We go to the top of the 4th inning. And at the plate, it's Cooper Flanagan.
Flanagan drew
He was actually on the plate in the last inning where Crutcher was caught stealing at second, so he was able to get a clean slate.
he drew a 6-pitch walk his first inning, first at bat. Finds himself in the catbird seat early, 2-0. Gives Pirate starter Casey Cobb. Cobb searching for his 6th win on the season.
And the 2-0. His fastball right down the gut, 2-1. The 2-1. Cobb just feeds it again, so he's evens the count, 2-2.
Painted the corner there. Now about 94, 95 on that heater.
Chad's internal radar.
Seems like it's working today.
And there's the grounder.
Weak contact.
And a great play.
Jalen Smith to Carson Hughes for the putout.
That was not routine, but that was a great play by Jalen Smith for 1 out, and that'll bring up Landon Powell, who's 0 for 1 today. And Powell waits the 1-0 to pop up the sender, and
Brandon Hill's got it.
2 away. And that'll bring up Zach Presnall, and he grounded a 4-3 in the first inning.
Actually, he grounded to the, I believe, the shortstop. The shortstop, the second fielder's choice to end the first with a runner on.
And the first pitch is a ball.
Cobb really hasn't thrown a ton of pitches. I think he maybe has been in a 3-ball count maybe twice so far early on over the first 3.
And he misses that one. It's 3-0.
Yeah, he finds himself in a 3-0 here. I wouldn't look for him to give in too much. He trusts his stuff. 2 strikes in the inning anyway. If he can't get the hitter to bite at what he wants to throw, he might just take his chances with the next hitter.
The 3-0. That delay got Presnall thinking he was going to get awarded the first base, and not quite yet.
It's borderline. Very top of the zone.
And there's a pop up to the right. And there's a slip up, but way to recover.
Isaac Phillips slips and still jumps up to make the catch.
So 3 up, 3 down, and we're halfway through game 1 of doubleheader. We're covering the first game, and no one's budged. It's 0-0. CTV Beam Game of the Week.
GQ, the king of style, is having a door-busting sale. Name brands like Levi's Jeans 501, all colors on sale. GQ carries big-size Levi jeans up to size 60. New fashion like the Rip and Biker Look jean on sale. Fancy shirt and T-shirts on sale. Name brand shoes like Polo, Timberland, Eastland, and Nike shoes are all on sale. GQ is located at 3790 Pepperell Parkway inside Chattahoochee Square Shopping Center in Opelika. Don't miss this door-busting sale at GQ, the king of style.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Jalen Smith is at the plate. That's a grounder base hit.
Base hit up the middle for Jalen Smith.
That'll bring up Carson Hughes.
You know, we talked about earlier about how CV was being so patient on the first pitch, and that maybe Alabama Southern had picked up on that. Well, Jalen Smith took that first ball he saw right up the middle.
Throw to first. Smith makes it on time.
Carson Hughes popped up to short in the 2nd inning. Looking to try to make some noise here.
There's pop up to center. And backtracking. And there's no catch. And so now we got runners almost back to each other. And the throw over to second. The runners will be at 2nd and 3rd as Hughes gets the benefit.
You got to give the center field an error there. Tipped off his glove. And actually, when the ball actually tipped off his glove, Jalen was about 3 feet in front of the second base bag.
And about 4 feet from Hughes, so they were trying not to run over each other.
Hughes had made the turn. He was about 2 or 3.
28, the left fielder, John Devine.
He's about 2 or 3 feet behind Jalen Smith. So
John Devine comes up to the plate, got a base hit, shot to the right field in the 2nd inning, and this time a base hit can get some runs in.
The ball was hit to the deepest part of the ballpark. It's 375 to dead center.
And that ball is passed away, and here comes Smith and easily scores on the pass ball. And the Pirates are on board, 1-0.
And more importantly, Carson Hughes moved up to 3rd. So now you have Devine in a situation where a fly ball or any hit will get the 2nd run in for CV. And with Casey Cobb on the mound, you got to feel pretty good about that.
A good break for the Pirates.
You could see this point of the game, the door might be open, the pitch count might get a little high and with the Pirates.
And the Vines ahead of the count, 2-0.
I've got Cook on deck, he's a 9 here. Then you return to the top of the order with Isaac Phillips. Runner at third, nobody out. As the sun starts peeking out.
The 2-0. Pop up over our heads and out of play. Counts now 2-1.
I wouldn't be totally shocked to see Coach Thomas here go with a safety squeeze. Just take a shot. But Devine's been such a good hitter this year with the .476 on base percentage. Might not want to take the bat out of his hand.
2-1. And there's a base hit. That'll score a run. And throw to second as single, base hit single makes it 2-0. Pirates. No outs.
Still with nobody outs. Cook reached on a bunt single his first time up. Wouldn't be terribly shocked to see the same approach at least. Just to move the runner in the scoring position for Isaac Phillips with nobody out.
Pirates lead 2-0. He does the bunt down the first base line.
Perfect.
And not only perfect, but makes it. Makes it another infield base hit for Jason Cook. And we have Devine at second, Cook at first, and we go to the top of the order with Isaac Phillips, who has gotten a base hit in the first inning, reached on a walk in the second. So he's got the hot bat right now. And the bunt again, this time it's foul though. Had the bunt idea to get the runners, the two runners in scoring position.
In this situation, I'd look for a pitch on the outside corner, just try to shoot it to right, put your runners at second and third, at least. You got to feel pretty confident the Cubs not going to give up terribly too many runs in this game. So if you could score at least that third run.
There's a bunt. Is that going to run perfectly?
Giving a hit on that one to load the bases.
Yes, sir.
Warnowski comes up, nobody out, bases loaded. He's 0 for 2 so far today. Looking for just at least a fly ball. And that third run could be so pivotal in this game. CV having its ace on the mound. It really hasn't gotten too much trouble today so far.
And there's a chopper just foul.
That was foul.
That was going to get everybody circling around. That would have stayed inside the
foul. That was foul about an inch, and the way it was traveling, it could have cleared the bases.
The 1-1. Then there's a base hit. Yes, it's going to go through two gloves, and we got two runners going in, and the play at third is overthrown, and it's going to go in the dugout, and that's going to score another run. And so the benefit of the grounder that went through the gloves of the infield, scoring the 2 runs, and then the missed throw from the outfield, we're at 5-0 Pirates.
That goes a 2-run single for Ornowski.
And Ornowski is at third base, and once again, no outs. And the manager will go to the mound. We got a pitching change as John Tyler Meganson goes to the mound for Alabama Southern. Eagles are down 5-0. The Pirates looking to add more as Ornowski is at third, and they're swinging a miss. Brandon Hill at the plate. Got a base hit and pop out to right field, so he's 1 for 2. And the 0-1, it's a chopper, the short, and shortstop. Not in time, and scores the run. Ornowski makes it 6-0 Pirates. As the shortstop, Holland, wasn't able to cleanly pick it up. Had to wait for the ball to come back to his glove, and by the time he threw the first, Hill was already across the bag. And John Foster is at the plate, 0 for 2. No outs still for the Pirates. The runner's going, the throw over to second, plenty of time. And a nice backup snatch by Holland. So Hill with a stolen base. And the Pirates, once again, with the runner in scoring position. The 1-0 to pop up on the third base side over by the dugout. And it's going to be out of play. And count evens 1-1. Got Brandon Hill at second. Foster at the plate. Pirates up 6-0. Counts 0-2. And Foster is a chopper. Holland throws it over to first. It'll be the first out, but Hill advances to third with one away. And A.J. Willoughby will come up to the plate, and he's 0 for 2. And we just batted around, so Willoughby will be the ninth batter at the plate for the Pirates. And there's the grounder to third. And they got the runner caught between third and home. And there's the rundown. The other runner is advancing over to second, and there's going to be the out made. So Hill got caught, hung to dry, and Willoughby, meanwhile, makes his way over to second with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Jalen Smith, who started all of this rally with a base hit. And perhaps may have thought the third baseman was just going to throw it to the routine.
And more times than not, you'll see that happen, you know, but with a 5-run lead, they know what they have. The Eagles know what they're facing up against Casey Cobb, you know, so they really didn't want it to get to 7-0. Not a bad move there by the Eagles.
And that's foul away. Counts 1-2.
But, you know, I know Coach Thomas would have rather seen Brendan wait back to see if the ball got through. But in any event, it's got a 6-run lead right now. Another runner in scoring position.
Meganson delivers, and there's another grounder over to third and eats up the third baseman. And so runners are in the corner.
And they'll score it as a hit.
So Jalen Smith once again gets a base knock, and that's his second one in the inning. And we'll still go around the merry-go-round as Carson Hughes also got on the plate, got on base and scored. He'll be at the plate.
Smith's now 2 for 2 in the inning, 2 for 3 on the game. Carson Hughes reached on an error by the center fielder last inning, or excuse me, this inning, which led to the.
And there's a base hit, and they'll score a run, and so we're 7-0 Pirates as Willoughby scores.
A.J. Willoughby.
Number 28.
Adding his RBI total for the year.
And Jalen Smith is at second. Hughes at first, and John Devine also got on base, and he'll take a second crack in the inning.
So no runs, 5 hits to the first 3 innings for the Pirates.
And then the faucet.
Now we have 7 runs on 8 hits. None of them earned, however. But that's really up to the Alabama Southern statisticians to figure out as far as the ERA. But swing and miss there by Devine.
You'll see on the scoreboard there that's no errors, but there's no official statistician up in the box, and it's just being run by some of the players.
And the ball was hit to the deepest part of the ballpark. I just don't see how you really don't give an error on that play. It did tip off top of his glove. But
there was a couple of throwing errors throughout there, so they didn't count those. There's the grounder over to third. And Alex made to end the inning. However, the Pirates strike 7 At the bottom of the fourth, and at the end of 4, a 7-inning game. Pirates lead 7-0. CTV. Beam. Game of the week.
If you're in the market for any backyard structure, shop McGuire's Buildings for the guaranteed best portable buildings with the best warranty in the business. We also have gazebos, greenhouses, all-steel carports, garages, and utility trailers. At McGuire's Buildings, you'll never feel pressured into a deal. Just great quality and friendly service from the family that's been in the business longer than anyone in the area. Delivered or built on site, purchased or rent to own. McGuire's Buildings, 280 Bypass in Phoenix City, Newnan, Georgia, and their new location on Veterans Parkway at Gray Rock Road in North Columbus, or online at McGuire'sBuildings.com.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Pirates now leading 7-0. And at the plate for Alabama Southern is Tyler Reed.
I would say Casey Cobb has a comfortable lead at this point. He's only allowed 2 base runners.
Big old swing and a miss by Reed. And he struck out watching in the 2nd inning. And counts 1-1.
Cobb actually has retired the last 10 or 10 of the last 11 batters he's seen.
The 2-1. And it's now 3-1. That's okay. Cobb finds his way to get evens out this count. He's not afraid to pop it in the middle if he's got to even the battle here.
And I believe if
there's a grounder over the short, over the first, and it's 1 away.
It'll be 11 out of 12.
That's Jason Cook gets the grounder, and there's a pop up to right.
Phillips got a beat on it. Out of play.
And the out's made. The catch is made. There's 2 outs. We apologize for the position of our cameras, but we saw the
3, present.
umpires making that out and signaling the out, I should say. The ball carried deep into the corner, and Phillips was able to haul it down. So that'll be 2 away. And that'll bring up Will Brassel.
Brassel struck out his first time up in the 2nd inning. One of 2 punch-outs that inning for Cobb. He's still
popping that glove. It's 2-0.
He's still looking for his next strikeout would be the 50th of the season for Casey Cobb. Looks like he's in prime situation to pick up his 6th win of the year.
The 2-0. It's right there for strike. 2-1. The 2-1. The swing and the miss. Foul tip and stayed in the glove.
Even up at 2. Bottom of the field, you'll see Jason Cook followed by the top of the Pirates order.
All 2s right now, and counts full, 3-2.
Let's go, B.
Jason Cook, Isaac Phillips, Kurt Norowski.
So Casey Cobb delivers a rare full count from him. It's a pop up to center. It's going to be deep.
Brandon Hill's got it. Got a beat on it, and that'll end the inning.
3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pirates leading 7-0. CTV. Beam. Game of the week.
Need some cash? Get the cash you deserve on almost everything of value with Pawn Headquarters in Phoenix City. We're waiting to help you. We loan on a wide variety of items, such as musical instruments, power tools, lawnmowers, air conditioners, sports equipment, TVs, electronics, DVDs, video games, jewelry, and much, much more. Come browse our store. You might find what you're looking for at a much lower price. Come see us today at Pawn Headquarters, 280 Bypass, Phoenix City.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pirates leading 7-0, and Jason Cook is at the plate, and he is 2 for 2. Scored in the 4th inning, along with 6 other Pirates.
No.
the 2-0. And it's outside and bounced off the wall and
almost returned to the pitcher.
Cook awaits the 3-0 and draws the walk on 4 pitches. And that'll go to the top of the order at Isaac Phillips. Been reached base each of the 3 times he's made a plate appearance. 2 base hits and a walk.
Number 5, the right.
Scored also scored in the 4th inning. No signal to it, and it's in there for a strike.
Cook with a decent lead off first.
And he's going, and the throw over to second. He's made it plenty of time. Oh, they got him out. I thought I got him, and then he overslid. He overslid. He beat them. He beat him there and then overslid. So unfortunate break for the Cook and the Pirates. It's 1 down. The 1-1 to Phillips. Chopper to first and couldn't handle it. And so Phillips will get on base.
Isaac Phillips on for the 3rd time today.
As the first baseman, Landon Powell couldn't handle the chopper.
Phillips reached in the 1st on a single, walked in the 2nd, reached on a bunt single in the 4th. Takes a
He's at first.
decent lead at 2nd.
Oh, Ornowski will reach the plate.
They're going to give him a hit on that. So now he got 2 on.
So Ornowski is at first and Phillips is over at second. And Brandon Hill
Number 1, the center fielder, Brandon
will be at the plate.
Brandon Hill 2 for 3 today with an RBI and stolen base. Yeah, I think they're going to try to keep the ball on the ground here, try to get it.
It's
Hill,
there
of
for a
course, is
strike.
gonna try to do what he's been doing. Try to get a liner in the gap and score Phillips from second. 14 hits on the day for the Pirates.
The 0-1. It's outside.
Off the
1-1.
plate here in the bottom of the 5th.
1-1. It's a chopper over to short. Tosses to second for the out. And so now runners are in the corners with 2 outs.
Good, then as a fielder's choice for Hill. Bring up John Foster with a chance to drive in the 8th run for the Pirates on 3rd.
And there's the grounder scooped up by the 3rd baseman, and the score, the run is scored, and it's 8-0.
Number 14,
And
Willoughby.
And so Willoughby comes up to the plate. So Foster with the base hit. Hill's over at second, and Willoughby comes up, and he's 1 for 3. And Pirates are up 8-0. And it counts 1-0. Meanwhile, there's been a pitching change before the inning. Trey Gars is on the mound for Alabama Southern. There's a chopper over to short, tosses over to second, and the Pirates scores 1 run, stretches their lead, 8-0. We're CTV Beam Game of the Week.
For more than 35 years, Terry's commitment and involvement in the community has been an important part of the way we do business. It's our way of saying thanks for allowing us to be your neighbor. This week's specials.
Family pack ground beef, $2.39 a pound. Family pack ribeye steak, $7.99 a pound. Family pack boneless pork chop, $2.49 a pound. Chicken pack Boston butt, $1.39 a pound.
We are as much about value as we are about great food. Fresh to you 7 days a week. Shop Terry's Grocery on Mullins Road.
Go to the top of the 6th inning. Pirates up 8-0, and at the plate is Jake Evans, the DH for Alabama Southern. There's a line drive, foul ball. That was a shot and just outside. And so Jake Evans, Rhett Holland, and Dylan Crutcher due up for the Eagles.
Eagles trying to get something going here against Cobb. Only one hit through the first 5 innings for Alabama Southern.
The 0-1. It's 1-1. We hope you're enjoying this presentation of CTV Beam Game of the Week. As we'll be showing CVCC women's softball. We're also showing Columbus Lions arena football. New league, new look. And the Lions partnering with CTV Beam, broadcasting the home games. We just fouled. We also still have a couple of games from Glenwood. We got boys soccer, and we also will show the defending state champion baseball team, and a couple of games on the girls defending state champion softball team as well. The 1-2 from Cobb, and swing, wild miss, goes over to first, and that is strikeout number 5 for Cobb.
And that is strikeout number 50 for Cobb for the season.
That'll bring up Rhett Holland. That's a foul. And actually, it's not Rhett Holland. They got a pinch batter up, number 26. Trey Turner is at the plate.
Yeah, Cobb's really cruising along. Hasn't been in a ton of high leverage situations throughout this game so far. Once the offensive explosion in the 4th inning happened, he was really able to settle in.
Trey Turner sees an 0-2 count. Almost swung at that. He got into the dirt, 1-2.
He's had 3 out of 5 innings so far where he's been able to punch 1, 2, 3 through the Eagles lineup.
The 1-2 to Turner. Swing and a miss. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Cobb. And that'll go to the top of the order as Dylan Crutcher will come to the plate. And he is 1 for 2, struck out in the first, and a base hit to the left. He was caught stealing in the 3rd.
Number 14, Crutcher.
Crutcher trying to avoid not being the 7th strikeout.
A swing and a miss.
Of the day for Casey Cobb. As the sun is faded down here at Howard Lake Field on the campus of Chattahoochee Valley Community College.
It counts 1-1. And the haze kind of lifted up a little bit. If you saw maybe some haze earlier in the day.
Wind really picking up. It's blowing in from right center.
It's pop foul way out of play. So it counts now 1-2.
I haven't really seen Cobb throw much of his curveball or much breaking stuff at all today. You may see it here with a 1-2 count.
Crutcher stays alive as the ball hits the end of his bat. And count remains 1-2.
Cobb's been able to keep the ball down, induce a lot of weak contact by the Eagles hitters. That's 6 strikeouts in the game so far. Make that 7.
Big swing and a miss as he strikes out the side. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. CVCC leading 8-0. CTV Beam Game of the Week.
Tax time is here, not the time to buy. Stop at Gill's Auto Sales, we can show you why.
2017 is here. It's tax time, and Gill's Auto Sales is celebrating with a half-back sale. Buy the vehicle of your choice from any Gill's location, and you can receive half your down payment back in cash. That's right, half your down payment back in cash. 6 locations, over 400 vehicles to choose from. It's Gill's Auto Sales half-back sale going on now.
Gotta get the Gills, gotta get the Gills.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. CVCC leading 8-0, and Jalen Smith will lead off for the Pirates. And there's a squib over to the short. Is he going to be able to run it out? No, they got it in time. One away. That's a nice play by Holland. They shag it down and whip it over to first. And now up is Carson Hughes, and Hughes is 1 for 2. Scored in the fourth, along with 6 other Pirates as they hit the 7th spot on the bottom of the fourth to break a 0-0 tie. And it's outside, 1-0. Tune in to CTV for wartime with the Lions, and there's a base hit. Carson Hughes will reach first, and John Devine will come to the plate.
Hughes 2 for 4 in the game now, but has reached 3 times.
And there's a base hit. And there's a little ball by right fielder, but no harm as the runners will stay at first and second. And Jason Cook will come up, and he reached base all 3 times. He scored in the fourth. He reached on a small infield base hit. It was huge, but he ran out an infield base hit, and then he got a walk in the 5th inning. And now he's facing 1 out and runners at first and second.
Devine came in with a 470 on base percentage. He's 3 for 4 in the day, so that average will go up.
Pirates looking to go ahead and tag 2 more here to call it the game. There's a pop-up to left field. Left fielder's moving in, and outs made, 2 outs, and go to the top of the order, and Isaac Phillips comes to the plate, and he's reached base each of the times he's appeared, 4 times, with 3 base hits and a walk, and he scored twice. But on the 4th and the 5th innings, he scored. As I was going to mention earlier, wartime with Columbus Lions, Jason Gibson. Coach's Show every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Just get the latest of what's happening with the Columbus Lions. Count evens 1-1. And there's the ball is going to stay in play, and the out is made to end the inning. So Pirates knocked on the door, but left 2 on base, and we go to the top of the 7th. Pirates leading 8-0, going to the final inning of Game 1 doubleheader, start of a 4-game series. CTV Beam Game of the Week. Final inning, top of the 7th of first of doubleheader. CVCC Pirates today, which is covering Game 1 for you. And the Pirates are up 8-0, and Casey Cobb still on the mound, looking to complete this game. Pitching a 1-hitter, and he's going to be facing Cooper Flanagan, Landon Powell, and Zach Presnall, barring any pinch hitters. But I think that be any surprise if they make any switches, as they are the 2, 3, and 4 batters of the lineup. The 0-1. It's in there, 0-2, and Cobb is still mowing them down. It does check swing, but he did check it and didn't break his wrist, and it's 1-2. And he watched it like the rest of us.
That would be number 8 on the day for Casey Cobb. He's really feeling it right now.
And that'll bring up Landon Powell, and he's 0 for 2.
Number 15, Powell.
Powell 0 for 2. Popped up the short in the first, popped up the center in the fourth.
We thank you for watching this special presentation of CTV Beam Game of the Week, featuring the CVCC Pirates, as the swing and a miss is 0-2.
Cobb really a player to keep an eye on. I see, his potential to win another Pitcher of the Week honor by the conference.
That's foul tip, but held on. Nice
Number
hold
9.
on by Foster to make the 2 outs, another strikeout.
It's 9 Ks in the book for Casey Cobb today. This will be his 6th win, which he entered the day leading the conference in wins, so he would maintain that lead.
Chad Dixon, appreciate you joining us here. We got the base hit here. Want to go ahead and kind of, as Presnall says, not yet. And Tyler Reed comes up. Chad Dixon of the Citizen of East Alabama encourage you to pick up the Citizen, or if you're a subscriber of CTV Beam cable and internet, you're able to grab the issues every Thursday. Get the latest of the Pirates, any of their sports, and also other local teams. So we appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate it. The Pirates will head to the Ozark at the end of April to compete in the ACCC tournament and the JUCO World Series. If they were to win that tournament, but always in first or second week of May. And if they end up winning the state tournament for the 4th year in a row and go back to Grand Junction, we will cover that every Thursday in the Citizen.
I also want to thank David Wright behind the cameras, giving you the visuals, doing the best he can with conditions and shooting through the smog and the heat and all that. And take some time, and you probably get to see him on the Fort Benning report that we show on a monthly basis. And there's a pop as they're going to find the ground. Nice catch.
Brandon Hill to end it.
What a way to end the game. Brandon Hill.
He could have very easily let it drop with an 8-run lead, but that's not necessarily what is taught here at CVCC.
And once again, in the doubleheader, 7 innings. So we're done with game 1. We hope you enjoyed it. For David Wright behind the camera, Chad Dixon, color analyst, I'm Victor Feliciano. You're watching CTV Beam Game of the Week. We'll see you next week.